recently woke up. Well, I've been up for a while now, about an hour or so, maybe 2 hours. And I'm getting ready to work out, my morning workout. And, despite working out every day faithfully for months, I still have not lost any weight. I still look the same. Actually, I'm gaining weight. Still continue to gain 2 pounds every day. I'm about to share with you a video in a minute, a video that I created nearly 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, will be 5 years in 2 weeks, when I was still in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I made that video at the point where I was going to post it on YouTube. And I was very devastated and upset with the experiences that I was going through at that time. And my state of mind, I was just so angry at God because I was constantly gaining weight. I had the boss that I was working for at that time and had recently left the job because of the attacks constantly. He had been, like I said, sexually violating me. My children were sick. Our family was being tormented by, witches and sorcerers that were down there. And I'm just hoping now with the arrest of this Kohlberger man from Pennsylvania, if you all have been following, and right now he's being convicted. I guess he's going to go to trial for 4 murders that they said he's done. He committed 4 murders of, I think, college students, and he was from Pennsylvania. And there are more disturbed people and individuals like him in Pennsylvania that they really need to start investigating. And I've talked about one who has tormented my family for years. And it's like, no one believes me. They think, oh, I'm making it up or I'm crazy. And what do I have to gain by doing this? I mean, that's the question people should ask. What would I gain by coming on the video, making these videos, fabricating about a man? I've already lost my children as a result of all of this. I've lost my children. People have labeled me as insane. I am not gaining anything out of this. The thing is, there was an injustice done to me. This man was allowed to violate me. He was obsessed with me. And he did all these things to me to torment me. He tormented me. He was being used by Satan because I was doing God's work. He was used as a vessel by Satan. And then he began to lust after me. And he was ashamed to be with a black woman. He didn't want no other man to have me. I was supposed to have gotten married. And he started putting fat on me. He started this while I was still in Pennsylvania. He started helping another woman steal my DNA and take my looks and everything because he was obsessed with me and he wanted me to join Satan's kingdom, and I was not going over to Satan's kingdom. And I was just so angry that God allowed this man to come in my life, but God wanted the man to be saved. And he allowed this man to come in my life. This man was supposed to have gotten saved and turned his whole life around. I talked about this before, but this man did nothing but torment me and my family. He was not obedient to God, and he made my life a living hell. I lost a lot. And it's like, I talk about it. Yes, I keep talking about it because if there was an injustice done to you and your family, you'd want justice. You'd want the person who done it to be punished. You want something done about it. And like I said, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to gain by doing this. I've already lost my kids as a result of the things this man has done. My child was molested by him, my daughter. My son, he attempted to murder my son. He used sorcery and all kinds of things to cause my son to nearly have attempt suicide. And this stuff was done by him. And a lot of people don't think this stuff is real, but I'm going to show you this video because I was devastated. I came back to God. And at that point, I was blaming God because, yes, I was his servant. I did his work for him, and I didn't understand why he was allowing a man to come into my life and do all of these wicked things to me. And I was just so mad at God. And I was going to post that video, and the Lord, I just felt like he didn't want me to post it. But I'm able to post it now because God is ready for justice. He's ready for judgment. He's given this man ample opportunities, ample time to come to the Lord, to repent of the things he has done. And he has chosen to destroy me, who God was giving to him. He was going to allow a union between us with this man. The condition was this man would have to get saved first. So he did not want to get saved and come to God. So as a result, I lost my life. I did not get to get married to the husband I was supposed to marry. I didn't get to have a spouse at all. My children were abused and suffered. I suffered. He has destroyed me. He did not want me to be attractive or have any other man come into my life. He has pretty much sat there and blocked my entire life and kept any other man from pursuing me. And I feel now at peace because I know that God is ready to judge him and those who've committed this action, these deeds with him by helping him cover them up and get away with it. They have to be punished as well. And, I said some pretty upsetting things about the Lord because at the time, like I said, I was very devastated. I was angry at God, but I'm no longer angry because I'm at peace. And I know that God did this because he tried to give this individual a chance. Sometimes we suffer because he wants others to have a chance. He gives them a chance so they can receive salvation and come to him. And when they get ready to die or when they get ready to see him on Judgment Day, they cannot say that God did not give them a choice or a chance. So I'm going to share this video for the first time. I was at this time, I was very small. I was in great shape. I was running on a regular basis, running constantly. I was fasting. I was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. This video was made nearly 5 years ago, and it talks about, you can see the devastation and mind state that I had at that time because I was being tormented by this man, and I was in agony, and I was so upset at God. But like I said, I found my peace, and I'm just ready for justice. Here's the video.
Raise your finger as well. So I am sharing this video because I have a lot of things to say, and I want to expose first and foremost how God has treated me and my family. First, I want to let you know this is my documented weight at about 156 pounds. I was 150 pounds about 4 days ago. I'm recording this because by the end of the year, I'm probably going to be back at 250 pounds because at this point, I am gaining weight at an accelerated pace every single day, despite exercising every single day, sometimes twice a day. No matter how much I eat or how little I eat, I still continue to gain weight. God has revealed to me that there was a curse placed out on me. I've asked and pleaded and begged for him to break this obesity curse or whatever that caused me to keep gaining weight. He told me to go on a 7-day fast. I did go on a fast and I thought the curse was broken. Seemed like I lost the weight, but at that time, I was very upset at God, and I started complaining to him because of this man, my former boss. His name is James Penny, and I'm exposing him on here because I'm pretty much tired. I've asked God to deliver me from this man. He's a Satanist, and he has been astral projecting into my home and raping me at night since I started working at the company about several months ago. I'm no longer there at the company, but this man continues to come into my home and have his way with me. Now, before you say, oh, that's not a thing, why don't you research on the internet that this is true? This is something that actually occurs where there are devil worshipers, warlocks, or whatever you want to call them, Satanists, who astral project at night out of their body. They come into the spirit and they have their way with women who are either sleeping or half asleep, half conscious. Okay, this is a thing that's been going on. I asked God and cried out because I don't like being violated. I don't like someone having their way with me. He said to keep our bodies holy and consecrated as his temple. Now you tell me to be celibate and not give my body willingly to someone by fornicating or committing adultery. But I have a problem with you allowing a Satanist man to astral project in my home and treat me like a whore. This man treats me like a whore and does despicable, vile things to me, and I have no way of stopping it. And I ask God to help me and the angels to save me, but no one does. I come down here forced out of my state where I belong into a foreign city to do God's work and save his people and free them from bondage. But you know what? I have not been free. And before you call me crazy or whatever you want to do, read your Bible. All of this is true and it's facts. I'm angry because I'm tired of being abused and mistreated by someone who I thought loved me. I have wrote stories before when I wrote my fitness book and talked about how God cared about me, how he delivered me from it all. But you know what? He didn't deliver me from everything because you know what? He allowed people to curse me and attack me. He allows the devil to have his way with me. And it says in the word, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. And I abide by it and I quote those scriptures every day. But yet somehow the devil always gets a foothold on my life. And I cried out to God and he's nowhere around. Well, to make a long story short, he got upset because I was angry at him for not protecting me from this Satanist man. And basically, I guess the curse, he never took it away because all the weight came back. And I'm still at this rate gaining weight. I've gained about 6 or 7 pounds in just a matter of 4 or 5 days. So this is just a documentation of where I am now, that I have actually achieved losing all the weight once again, the second time, because I feel like, you know, before the end of this year, I'll probably be back at 250 some pounds because at this rate, I'm gaining an accelerated amount of weight. I'm not overeating. I'm eating fit. I'm keeping myself healthy. I'm working out and everything he told me to do. But you know, he won't break this curse and he won't stop this man. It's sad when you live in a world where wicked people prevail. When you stand on God and you quote the scriptures, you believe in him, you have faith, and you trust in him. But despite all of that, you get no victory. He said in his word, "But those who trust in me shall not be disappointed." But you know, I've been disappointed every day of my life. And I feel like he's abused me and my family, me and my mom, just because we have an Egyptian background. I have nothing to do with what my ancestors have done. I never even met them. We tried to follow God. I tried to live for him. And all he did was hurt me and let other people hurt me. When I'm tired of being quiet, he might not want me to say anything, but I am tired. I feel like there's no escape. There is nothing. I've cried out for help from everyone. No one can tell me anything. For some reason, this just has to go because I guess I have to bear the cross for something everyone else did, something I had nothing to do with. But you know what? Let a Satanist man, a vile man, have his way with your daughter, someone who's supposed to be a daughter of the King, of the Most High God. Let him violate my temple. It's crossing the line. And I'm not going to be quiet anymore about what this man has been doing to me every night. I'm not going to be quiet anymore about all the curses that have been released against me and my household. And I have that to say. And there will be something coming soon. I have more things to uncover, more dirt that was done to me and my family that I wanted to keep quiet about because, you know, God wanted to threaten me. He didn't want me to let anyone know. But the Holy God has nothing to hide. It says what's so done in the dark should be brought to light. So that's all I have to say for now. Okay.
That video was created January 18, 2018, while I was living in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Since then, I lost my job and home and had to move back to Ohio in my mother's house due to my daughter suddenly having multiple seizures every day. I went from weighing 156 pounds and being a size 5 to weighing 256 pounds. My daughter confessed that she was being sexually violated by the same man who was sexually violating me. My children were removed from the home because of this and placed into foster care, where they have now been kept for nearly 3 years.